Alright, I'm going to do a tier list of F1 tracks. These are all in alphabetically, so that's just the way I'm going to do it. We start out with Abu Dhabi. This was the last race of this season, 2020. And it was an alright race, but even with all the overtaking that it did allow, you would pretty much get it done in one DRS zone and have it undone in the next. Gonna give it a C tier. All right, up next we got Australia. This is just a marvelous race. It's good kickoff of every year. Not quite S tier, but solid A. Solid A. Good track. Good track. Up next we have Austria. Oh my goodness, the Austrian and Styrian Grand Prix this year. Look, I may just be a McLaren and Lando fan, but oh, what a way to kick off the season this year. I love that race. This season alone put it up to S tier. It was not on my radar before now. Now we have Bahrain, but we only have the inner layout, not the outer layout where they had the second Grand Prix late this season. Um, this is honestly the better layout, but I don't know, it's kind of a mad track. It was a scary race with Grosjean's crash, and then what a finish. But overall, it's even though it was an exciting race this year, the track itself, I'm gonna go B tier. Oh, here we have Baku. I adore it. I really love this track, and this was probably my standout when I started watching F1 the 2018 season. Um, it's really tough deciding between A or S. For now, I'm gonna put it bottom S, and if I end up having too many, it might get dropped back to A tier. Although these next two, there are some marvelous races. Here we have Spa, the Belgium Grand Prix, and this is a pretty easy track to love. You have Redalian Rouge, the crazy elevation change, high speed turn that just, oh my goodness, it's thrilling. Right after that, you've like the longest straight there you've ever seen, followed by just a very good. I really just love all the turns. This is one of the most rewarding tracks to drive in Forza and F1 and all those games. This is just an easy top S tier. And next we have Interlagos in Brazil. Oh my goodness, this is another one where I might just be letting the exciting races that we've seen here put it in more of a positive light. But hey, if a track produces positive races, which, oh my goodness, the blind turn one, it's, love this track. That's probably gonna go. No, it's gonna go above. I'm gonna have to put Baku top of A tier because that's just three in a row that are amazing. Silverstone, this one, I don't think I've been watching F1 long enough to really appreciate the just magnificent history that is here. The just change that have gone on at the track over the years, but it still is an exciting race. You pull the highest lateral G's here. I think Carlos Sainz hit 6 lateral G's during a free practice this year. Um, it was a good race. I like it. Of course, me being the engineering nerd, like I said, I like the high lateral G's, but it's I think just B. Canada. This is one that I'm always a little bit surprised at how highly this is rated among F1 fans, because I don't think it's that much more. I don't think it's much different than the French Grand Prix here, which is universally hated. Although this is just the parking lot race, there's no elevation change at all, and the Canadian chicanes, they definitely have such a higher impact. And this was one of the sad races when I first started watching Stroll when he was still at Williams, had his crash here at his home Grand Prix. But I'm definitely going against the crowd, but I think this is just top C Grand Prix. All right, Chinese Grand Prix. This, especially right here, that is one of I think this is one of the most spectacularly difficult tracks to drive, um, but not in that hindering of a way like it is at Monaco, where you feel like you're racing a bicycle through your house. It's just so out of place. This one, it's just kind of a masterclass. I'm gonna go top of B tier with it. I think it edges out Silverstone. Yeah, French Grand Prix. No one likes it at all. Hungary, I've never liked it much, but I don't really want to put it in F because that's really just where I want to put the Grand Prix I actively don't like. But I'll put it. It's better than Abu Dhabi for sure. Monza, the king of speed, such an energetic race, and oh my goodness, to have an Italian team win here, that was a blast, especially this year and back when Charles won. Again, I guess I'm being inconsistent on when I let the history and excitement of the race give it extra points and when I let it not take it away. But driving on it in simulators, it'd probably be bottom B, top C. But with all the excitement and just wonderful outcomes it always ends up with, it's probably going to go. I think for sure it has to be above Bahrain. I think I put it above Silverstone, but I think China's just too much of a better track in its own right to be beaten out by it. Suzuka. Oh, I'm gonna resist putting this at S tier. That might be for a little bit of a selfish reason though, because I really just I haven't mastered Spoon yet. This is another sort of really difficult but rewarding track to drive on when you get it right, like China. Um, and then I'm a hopeless JDM fanboy, so of course I have to get Japan up high. You know, I think I'm gonna keep Baku top of A, but Suzuka, that's a wonderful track. It deserves it. Mexico, this is one where the altitude is one of the most interesting things, and I've always been fascinated at. I get not fascinated. I've been excited at how much Mercedes has struggled here because of they have their cars on such a knife edge of cooling that low air density it really impacts them in a tangible way at this track year after year. Um, and I don't think that's just getting into the track excitement because that is a part of driving on it. And well, this is F1, not just any old car that, yeah, any road car is not going to have any cooling issues really. But in the lens of F1, I think that it is also a good track to drive on. It's a little short. I think it. No, I think after looking at this, Bahrain deserves to be a little lower because I also use that as sort of a. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. No, Bahrain's a little better than Hungary. Canada deserves to be top of C. Monaco, I don't like it. I do like it more than France, I think, but I really don't like it. Sochi, I don't really like it, but that's probably the top of F. What's this? Oh, Singapore. Oh, I love I love it. It's a great night race. I don't know. I feel like I don't like city circuits, but when it comes down to it, I really do tend to enjoy them. It's a fun one. Um, do I think I put it over China. This is probably top of B, not quite A tier. Spain, it's it's fun. I think I like it better for MotoGP having those long sweeping hard angle, not hard angle in the turn, but they're getting to 45 degrees or more and they're leaning. And but again, F1, not nothing else. This is F1 rating, so I don't know. I think it's just palatable. Probably probably worse than Canada, but just a track. I like it. This is one where I definitely also go against the green, like in Canada, but I really love the Circuit of the Americas. Turn one, especially the really sort of fast twisties through here, the long straight into heavy braking, and the last sector can get really interesting depending on how the marshals want to enforce track limits. I know we saw that a lot with IndyCar. Again, F1, not track in general, but this this is one of my favorites. I'm probably gonna watch this Grand Prix as my first. I had tickets for Canada, but it had gotten canceled because of COVID. Um, ooh, do I put it above Baku? That's an interesting one. You know what? This is my personal tier list. I'm putting Coda at the top of A tier. Now we have Vietnam. I haven't seen any Grand Prix here. I don't have F1 2020, so I haven't even played on this track as a on in game. I haven't seen any action here, so I don't know. I might as well make a not applicable one, but for all intents and purposes, I'll put it F. And then to completely contradict everything there, Zandvoort, the Dutch Grand Prix. This is another one where I haven't seen any races, and I've never played a simulator game on it. But oh my goodness, I am so excited to see races here. The the final turn, how much banking they're gonna get in this. I am excited to watch an F1 race here, and I think the whole F1 community sort of is equally excited, and it's definitely had an impact on me. This is going bottom S tier. I'm I'm probably overselling myself. I'm overhyping it. Who knows? But I'm excited for that. And yeah, so this is my F1 tier list. Thanks.